Here we go. Time for another commercial.
Hey, Chef Doug. Oh, hey, Doug. Here, try some.
Oh no. Ah.
Man, I love this bread. What did you put in this? A whole lot of MSG. Real secret, though? Breadman Ultimate.
Ah.
No kidding. Yeah, it's basically bulletproof. And
He's
makes
petting it.
perfect bread every time. Basically unbeatable. You're right, Chef Doug. Breadman Ultimate is unbeatable. Care if I give some to my friends? Of course. With Breadman Ultimate, all my Dougs eat.
All my Dougs.
Oh.
Oh. Nice.
This some good bread, man. Thanks, Chef Doug.
All right. Okay. So I like the concept, and having multiple people in there took me by surprise at first, and I'm glad like we stuck with it. So let's look at it again, and I'll point some things out.
Hey, Chef Doug. Oh, hey, Doug. Here, try some.
So the first thing is like, well, Chef Doug, and I guess we're establishing that there's two of the same person, but is it like are there twins or are they clones? Like, what's the sometimes you see, I think of like a Doublemint gum commercial. It's like established why there's two identical looking people. Here, I'm not really sure why this is happening. So is there some intention? What's the point? I'm not sure if we ever really get that sort of answered. Also, you can just hear right off the bat that we're using the internal camera microphone, which is going to just leave a little bit to be desired. Just the voice sounds just so distant as a result. I love the performance there, just like really going for it, just mashing your face into it. I mean, it's funny, but I guess I'm not sure of like the purpose. It's one of those things like, is this supposed to be funny? Am I supposed to be like, well, this person is what's happening here? So I actually like the music, but I'm wondering if maybe if there was like a laugh track to show us that it's okay, or if there was like a different sort of like vibe or mood, maybe it would make it a little bit more comfortable to like laugh about this. I don't know.
Man, I love this bread. What did you put in this? A whole lot of MSG.
Whole lot of MSG.
No
Nice.
secret, though? Breadman Ultimate.
So I think that's where, when we mention the brand name, that's where I would expect to see close-ups of like features and the product itself and the name brand and all those things. We don't really get that.
No kidding. Yeah, it's basically.
and I like this version of like almost like a James Bond thing, like petting a cat sitting in a chair or something like that. But could we do that? Could we establish it and then maybe jump in closer so we can see again more about the actual thing, the product that you're trying to inform us and sell?
Bulletproof and makes perfect bread every time.
Perfect bread every time.
Basically unbeatable. You're right, Chef Doug. Breadman Ultimate is unbeatable. Care if I give some to my friends?
I like that he's making a point of at least saying the name brand over and over again. We get like really repetitive with commercials, so that's sort of a necessity. Is to like, it's not just making bread with a bread machine. It's making making the bread with the Breadman, specifically.
Of course, with Breadman Ultimate.
Breadman Ultimate.
Okay, so that.
Now that's pretty cool. I like the effort that goes into this. So there's actually, let's see, there's 4 Dougs then. And it did a pretty cool job with this. I like that the split screen is sort of like right where the corner of the counter is. I think that, the illusion is broken. It does do a really good job with it. Then we get the like hand slap and the fist bump. And that's where we kind of cross the line and we get hands chopped off and stuff like that. So you might want to consider maybe you just do like a hey, like from across the room. So you both enter, and it's surprising that you get the same person, and we understand like how we're using the green screen to accomplish this, but we're not sort of revealing the fakeness of the whole thing by showing us trying to do the high five and it not being able to work out. And in this scene, I can actually see a line down the middle. So it's almost like the lighting was slightly different, or like by changing the color of the character's shirt is changing the auto like color balance or whatever on the camera. So you can actually see the line in this one where I didn't actually see it. If we go back, I didn't actually see the line here.
This some good bread, man. I know, right?
And it's getting just really hard to hear. So there we get the pan of the product itself. I think I would expect to see that a little bit earlier, and maybe there would be some graphics or some display at the end, some call to action at the end, like get this bread maker at whatever store or whatever it might be, or a price tag or something like that. Overall, some good stuff, and I appreciate the use of like two different people at the same time. So nice job with that.